mean, just how much did their pressure disrupt what you guys were trying to do offensively tonight?
They did a really good job of, scheming us up and game planning for things that we do. But obviously, I took some critical sacks and I made some had some critical interceptions there down in the red zone. I think that's one thing that we pride ourselves on is scoring in the red zone, regardless if it's a touchdown or a field goal. So that's a poor part on my job, and I just got to live and learn from it and grow from it. But I mean, team fought hard. We should have won that football game, but Utah's a good football team, and it was a great game to be a part of.
Marcus, ever since Utah's running back has come back out of retirement, he's had quite a few big games. Do you think he was one of the better running backs you guys have faced this season? And what was the biggest challenge in stopping him?
First and foremost, definitely want to give, credit. Credit is due. They have a great football team, great coaches, and they're similar to us about, morals and some of the things that we value. He was a tough running back. He ran the ball pretty hard today. I feel like we did a good job today of making them, one-dimensional as far as them throwing the ball a lot more than what they usually do. But he had some big runs down the stretch. He's a tough back. But it's the Pac-12. You see explosive players, see explosive backs, receivers, explosive quarterbacks, every week, week in and week out. So he was a good back, but it's something we're used to.
Marcus, in the first quarter, you were able to hold them to 2 rushing yards, and then they seemed to did they change anything schematically or do anything different after the first quarter to really give you guys problems?
I think we did a lot of things that were self-inflicted. We had a lot of self-inflicted wounds. They definitely had a good game plan, and like I said before, definitely have some great coaches. But had a good game plan, and they stuck to it. Did some things that schemed us up, but. I think that we down the stretch we had some self-inflicted wounds that cost us. I didn't even know they had 2 yards at halftime, but I think we did overall a good job stopping the run. But we took some early shots on us, and down the stretch took some early shots on us. Whether or not we had some bad calls tonight. As far as, some penalties they called tonight, it's besides the point. We had some self-inflicted wounds, and it cost us down the stretch.
Manny, in the first half, the offense had a good rhythm. What changed down the stretch?
I don't really think anything changed. Like I said, I just took some critical sacks that, I just got to get the ball out of my hands. Obviously not take some of those hits. And just going through my reads and hitting the back when things aren't there. So, I take full accountability for that, and just got to make sure I get better and change and not make those same mistakes next week.
Manny, you mentioned a couple of interceptions. Utah's entered this game leading the Pac-12 in interceptions and overall takeaways. What is it that they do that present challenges where teams have turned the football over to them so much, and also specifically on those 2 plays, the interceptions? Can you speak to what happened there?
Well, I'm not trying to take anything away from Utah. Like I was saying before, they did a great job of game planning for us and everything, but those are just completely mental errors on my part. There's 2 errors that I just can't do. Obviously, it was a climb route down there in the red zone, and I just didn't see a guy coming back across, and just got to know that we have points there regardless. I mean, we got the best field goal kicker in the nation, so I just got to throw that one away or get what I can get and get down. Then there at the end of the game, just simple concept, and he made a good play, but shouldn't have threw that ball.
We saw some stuff from N'Keal Harry tonight that we haven't seen in a while. Just his growth from maybe the last month. How much has he really progressed there?
Well, one thing that play where he ran for that touchdown. You know, it was obviously a pass or whatever, but that was special. You don't see that from many guys. You know, some guys might have thrown that ball away. Some guys might have got tackled, but he made something happen, and that's what he came here to do. You know, he's really stepped up and has matured and is letting people know that just because he's a freshman doesn't mean he can't go out there and be the best player on that field. And I think that's something that he's proven is he's just hungry and he's confident and he's humble. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't boast. And you don't find that often with guys with that special talent. You don't find that often. So, you know, I'm very proud of him and you know, the man that he's becoming, and he's going to be a special player here for the next few years. So, you know, I'm just happy to have him out there.
Anything else for the players? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.